So this is at Just a Base RSX. Okay, I'm doing a little maintenance today. Well, wear item probably. Stock base, 140,000 mile tie rod ends. They don't like 1,000 horsepower apparently. So problem I'm having, I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to hold steady here. Maybe you could see it here. See that? It's about a 1/4 inch of movement. Let me set the camera up. Yeah. I didn't think about this video. Anyways. Maybe you can see it now. It's coming from the outer tie rod end. So I'm still on the stock stuff. As you can see, I'm on stock everything. This is just box case sport coilovers. So far, personal best 980, 153 or 154. So we're gonna put some hard race stuff on today. My buddy at GavC or GavTune got me the hard race spherical tie rod ends. They go on down here instead of up there. I don't know the orientation yet. We'll figure it out. So nuts off. Stick your nut off. I used a pickle fork. Good old I don't care about tearing up this ball joint because it's coming off. And then just loosen this nut, lefty loosey. If you view it from this side, not from this way, so it backs off that direction. Okay, then you just, once you get that loose, take your tie rod out, or tie rod end. Boom. Yeah, seen better days. A little ripped. Let's see if I can focus on it. Hey, there it is. So, yeah, this tie rod's seen better days. Let's see if we can see inside. The boot just is falling apart, literally, in my hands. So, yeah. I mean, there's some grease in there. I don't know that it was completely done. We'll see if the hard race stuff fixes that 1/2 inch wobble back and forth I was getting. If not, it's gonna be a lot more solid anyhow than the OEM junk. So let's put this on, let's see what happens. Cool, so yeah, screws on just like the OEM stuff does. I kept the nut kind of in place. Car needs an alignment anyways, since I did the PCI lower control arm bushings. It threw it off a little bit. Actually, when I ran my day full of 9s in Vegas, the alignment was totally screwed. I just kind of threw some power and some rev at it, and hey, we ran 9s. But definitely need an alignment after this as well. So anyways, yeah, goes on like normal. Ball joint, as you can see, it sits on the bottom, but look how flat the tie rod is now since it's not up here. So if you're a lowered car, all this stuff is a lot higher up, so this is no longer level. It becomes at an angle like this. So when you get bump steer, I don't know, something about the geometry worsens your steering angles and shit like that. I just cared that it was spherical, so that basically it'd be a lot stronger for my setup. The pin that goes through here is seated. It's got the angle this angle that the ball joint's at. The top of the pin is angled like it to seat in there once you tighten it down. I'm gonna have to double check the orientation of the spacers and, you know, if this is right side up or upside down or whatever. But yeah, that's what it looks like. That's how it goes in. Pretty simple. So yeah, all in all, I didn't feel like the ball joint was blown. It didn't, even in my hand, it doesn't feel like it's got any play at all. But, I mean, yeah, the boot's torn, yeah, whatever. That doesn't mean that the ball joint's busted up. You can always replace the boot. But I was having that bad wiggle on both sides, and I'd never done outer tie rods. I say ball joint because this is a ball joint on an end. So what I'm referring to is the actual inner mechanism of this. But the tie rod itself doesn't feel blown at all. It doesn't feel tight like a brand new one would. You know, it definitely has some play in it. Really easy play, as you can see. I could probably just, yeah. So it's blown. If you guys are having this issue, I'd suggest, I have zero play now, and that's all it took. And if you're lowered and whatever, you know, this is going to keep your tie rods at a better angle. Don't know if the circuit guys benefit from this. I'm sure they do. This is a drag car, obviously, so any lessened amount of movement I can get, I'm going to get at any cost. I don't care, because the tires go all over the fucking place. If you guys watch my videos, you might be able to see them in some of the launches. The tires just fucking move all over the place. The RSX has got this McPherson strut stuff, and it's just finicky. So yeah, gonna do the other side and get in alignment, and we'll see what it does at the track come October.